Psychological support is not in opposition to spiritual inquiry. So there is wisdom in both, and there is wisdom in letting go of both. Yeah. So do what needs to be done on the earthly level to support your journey of unraveling those shadow energies that have not previously been met and for whatever reason are now knocking on the door. Very often they start knocking on the door in the second half of life. Because life is calling us to a completion towards death. We're born in innocence, we're born as wholeness. And death calls us back to that innocence and wholeness. We're born out of emptiness into fullness, and then we're called back from fullness to emptiness. In between the two, we must meet everything. In order for that emptiness and that fullness to be complete in itself. So very often, certain energies, I call them energies because I'm not going to call them thoughts or stories or feelings or emotions. Those are kind of energies. They are energies, types of energies. But I call the whole thing just energy. Certain energies that were not met, that were avoided or repressed or turned away from in your experience, whether it's the hurt of abandonment, trauma of loss, failure, regret, disappointment, brokenness, brokenheartedness, whatever it is that was not met at the time because it was too painful, too shocking, too overpowering, too unbearable, and therefore we split off from our experience, the totality of our experience. That splitting off, that avoidance, comes back usually towards the second half of our lives so that it can be fully met. So at death, you die empty. So the cycle is complete. So support along the way serves the purpose of helping you, allowing you, guiding you, inviting you, providing a safe space over and over again. That's why therapy happens over and over again. To meet that which was so scary to meet when it first happened. Although it happened a long time ago, it is still happening in you, which is why there is still some kind of pain or struggle or fear or whatever it is. Because it's still in you. So the wisdom to allow or invite support along the way is not because you're not good enough or not perfect enough. The The wisdom is to see that it's part of the journey between emptiness and fullness and emptiness. It's like being midwifed along the way. But at some point that support is no longer necessary, because you will have the capacity to meet what is over and over again as an unending experience. There will no longer be a place that you say, stop, I'm not meeting this, I'm not touching this. That's when you start to be free. Free of your story. Free of your history. But not free of the human experience. The human experience keeps going on as long as you're alive. It's inescapable. But you are free of your need to run away from it. And there is a lot of time and energy spent running away from our experience. Yeah? Just imagine where all that energy could go. All the energy that gets invested in running away from our experience. Now and now and now and now and now and now. All that energy gets released and becomes available for something new.